Welcome guys. So today we are going to solve one of the lead code problem related to binary tree. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and share. Yeah, let's quickly jump to the summary of this problem. So given the root of a binary tree, return the average value of the nodes on each label in the form of the array. Answer within 10 to the power minus 5 of actual answer will be accepted. Okay, so in this question, what it is asking, we have to find the average on every label. Okay, so since we have to, it is asking to traverse the label wise. I hope that you would be aware that how to traverse a binary tree. So there are pretty much two different algorithms, DFS and BFS. And DFS is what the depth first search and BFS is what the breadth first search, right? So if you need to traverse the label wise, you have to use BFS. And this is a standard question which is asking you to just find the average label wise. So we have to just traverse using BFS and we can find the sum and we can calculate the average as well. So let me quickly write the code since it's a very easy problem. We shouldn't be spending too much time, but I'll be explaining all the templates code related to tree, uh, you know, the binary tree or the graphs or the, search sorting. All those templates I will be covering in another video so that it will be useful if you're following my video to apply this template and, to write the code very easily. So for the BFS, you know that, we have to use the queue, and in Python we use array since we can use array as a queue, right? In our case. Then we have to also keep one variable which is my answer, which will be kind of array to store all the averages. And I also need another variable called current sum, which will keep track of label wise sum so that we can calculate the average, right? Then it's a pretty much standard template for the BFS. You define the BFS function, then till your queue is there, right? You iterate. Um, so what we have to do is we have to find our, the length of a queue, and then we can, just iterate over this. We can just go as many times the nodes are available, right, at every level. So this is what this for loop is doing. So just for example, if we are at a zeroth label in the queue, we would be having one node, right? So we would be iterating one time. But if you are at the label 2, in our queue, there would be two nodes. So you would be iterating two times. So that's what we are doing. We are first calculating the length of the queue and then we are iterating it, right? Okay, so every time we will, you know, pop the element from the queue and we have to, keep track of the sum of all the popped element at every label. Okay. Then we'll also try to insert the next label nodes, right? So if our current dot left node exists, then what we will do in our queue, we will append current dot left. And then the same thing we have to do for the right, right? So if our right node exists for the current node, then just add into the queue, right? Sorry, it has to be right. Um, Once we are done with this, so it means when our for loop is completed, right? So it means at a current label we have populated all our nodes, right? So again, for the example, if you first time you have the root, right, and you are iterating once, so this will be popped and these two will be pushed into the queue. But since the for loop is got completed, right? It means the one label is completed. Now, again, we are going to move to the next label. So at this place, what we are going to do is we have to calculate the average. So in this, I can simply say current sum slash L, because if it is a zeroth label, the sum would be 3 and the length would be 1, right? At the next label, our sum would be 29, the length would be 2. That's how we are going to calculate the average. Once this is done, since we are moving to the next level, we should also, reset our current sum, right? Um, because these are the new values which got added into the queue. And again, it will go right here. It will check for the queue. If it is there, then again it will try to, loop at the next label all the nodes, and it will try to sum it. Then at the last, when it will be completed, the loop will be completed. It means we know that now we are going to move to next level. So that's where we are going to calculate the average. I think that's all. Again, only the part is left is how we are going to call this function. So to call this function, before we have to, in the queue, at least we have to add the root, right? And then we have to call BFS. And by this time, our answer would be there. Just let me just quickly test it. Okay, so let me submit it. So our solution got submitted. And if you have any doubt or comments, please let me know in the comment chat. See you in the next video. Thank you, guys.